Oh, for Lucas.
Blade.
Yeah.
Why Mark draws is, I think, is the first things that strike me is like the confidence, his passion, and the way he's talking and the way he can improvise story on the spot. I could listen Mark talk about Kyōryū during like 3 hours and not interrupt him, and I'm just like, I just feel I'm in the movie when he's talking. And this is absolutely amazing. Every time, I love that everybody can bring ideas. He will do his best to integrate the ideas. He knows exactly where to put the ideas we bring. He knows exactly how to make them work. And I think he has an overall vision of the whole project that works so well. Yeah, he really believes in us, and this has been the best moment of my whole career, personally. I'm not even lying. I mean,
You just had career. You just had a child.
Career.
I mean, that's the thing, like when Mark's name came up, there was suddenly no one else that we could think of. We saw that in our first conversation that we had. I feel like there was instant connection almost. We agree on so many things, and I think since you came on board, exploded in in vastness and in substance. I think this is the perfect fit for us. I don't know what you're thinking. For us, it's just been amazing so far.
No, absolutely. There was an instant connection. I mean, besides the project having a fantastic world that you've developed, it's got amazing characters. And what we're working on right now is what is really an amazing story. It's quite unique. And that's what kind of drew me to Kyōryū right away, was what you guys have built and the type of story that you're chasing. It's something that is brutal. It is something that has big stakes, but still at its heart, it's a very personal story, right? And there was just a automatic understanding between us of that tone and those elements and what you were trying to achieve, that it was this sync. Right? We totally synced up right from the beginning. And so that to me was, like Benji was saying, right off the bat, I'm okay, this is a fantastic group of people. They're, a starting out company. They've got a great idea, right? Kind of rebels. Yes, let's take the hill, so you guys established the field and, I wanted to do battle. So let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. It's so awesome. Yeah. So I guess we should probably touch a little bit on what we've been doing so far, which is, after talking to Mark, we said, we had done a bit of story work before, but, Mark wanted to put, I guess, his stamp on it, or you had so many cool ideas that resonated with us perfectly. So what we're doing right now is we are re-establishing the world. We're rewriting a few things. Later this year, we will go out and pitch the thing.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, one of the things that was compelling about this world was the open-ended question of what happened to mankind and why are the dinosaurs back in charge? Just chasing that, right? Just looking and exploring that gave us a bunch of new ideas, right? And a bunch of new ideas that we can incorporate and then support our characters' journeys through that discovery. And there's a lot of fantastic themes that come with that. This theme of legacy. What do we leave behind? What do we want to protect when we're gone? There's ideological battles that we've discovered between, our heroes and the villains of the story that they're going to encounter. So it's been a very fruitful experience developing this project and going deeper with everybody there at Floating Rock, and lots of good ideas, coming around. And that's one thing as a storyteller I want to do is I want to try and weave it all together, right? Because there's so much experience in the room when we're working and so many great concepts and points of view that I want to focus all those lenses into one tight, hot spot that'll be driving everything in the story.
That's exactly it. I feel like every time we've had, 4 or 5 or 6 sessions now, and I come out of every session, I'm like, holy shit, Like this is amazing. Like we're making so much progress, even in some of the sessions. I haven't told you this, Mark, yet, but there was this one session when you started drawing the wheel. You know, like where we started breaking down the episodes, and like you started drawing, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a lesson in storytelling. That was so cool because I feel like we're also enriching each other. You're like, it's just so.
Mark is some kind of like AI computer that you're like, can you make my TV show amazing?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. Here is what we're gonna do, and like we're gonna start by that. And you're like, well, you already have the whole season in your head. Like that's incredible. When did you have the time to think about that?
Yeah, I think on the fly, you know. I mean, but that's what 30 years in the animation industry, working for some of the biggest studios in the world on huge blockbusters that have all got Oscars. I mean, stakes are high in entertainment, you know, and I've had some of the best mentors in the world, from Brad Bird to Sam Raimi to John Lasseter and Andrew Stanton. That tends to build up and gives you a strong sense of story and where the story can go, because it's all about the priorities and prioritizing the characters and what they're going to learn. And so it's been a blast. I mean, it's so energizing, you know, going in, and I leave these story sessions as pumped as you guys, and I can definitely see this original animated series, and it's going to take the world by storm, I think, because it is so fresh and it's so new. These elements Benji was attracted to set him, dinosaurs, Japan, post-apocalyptic. I mean, that right there, I want to see that show without even knowing what the story's about. But we're going to give the audiences more than they bargained for.
Totally. Yeah. So yeah, I think we have an amazing adventure ahead of us, and we're lifting, you know, Kyōryū to the next stage. So I'm so excited to keep going. And thanks, Mark, for coming on board. And I guess everyone else, stay tuned for more.
Yeah.
That was really nice. Thanks.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.